Cubers, welcome to a new video, and today we've got the GAN 15 black internal. Now this is the brand new GAN 15 that's just been released. This is now in stock, all pre-orders will ship, and this is going to be a different sort of video today. It's going to be a very thorough review video. I've sat down, I've assessed the puzzle, looked all around it, gathered all the information I can. So I'm going to try and, I want to do this going forward. So do let me know in the comments by the end of the video what you thought of the new style. What we're going to do in this video is go over a few major categories in speed cubing. So we're going to look at if it's magnetic or not, what magnets it has. We're going to go over the coating, the cube feel, so how it feels. This is like the character of the cube. We're going to go over the size, we're going to go over the tension system, what it's got, how it works, and we're going to go over all of the new features. So let's dive on in and get started. Okay, so starting off with the magnet system. Yep, it is magnetic, it's 2025, it's a GAN cube, but it's not Maglev. They've sort of replaced the Maglev system in the original GAN 15 with traditional springs, and that gives it a sort of slightly slower feel, but more controlled. It does have corner-to-core magnets, so they have kept that, which does add stability, especially when you're sort of doing faster turns. And when you put all of this together, you're getting that sort of auto-aligning benefit, but without sacrificing too much control from the Maglev. Overall, very, very good on the magnetic front. It's got a lot of adjustments to the magnets, but we'll go over that in a little while. Okay, let's talk coating. So this cube is obviously UV coated, as you can see here, nice and shiny. It's got black internals and it contrasts really nicely, like the shine on the outside compared to the black in the center. I don't know, just something about it just makes it pop. The colors do absolutely pop on this. Like, it's a beautiful looking cube. But what does the UV do? So the UV finish, it looks clean obviously, but it helps with grip, especially when you're doing like longer cubing sessions or if your hands get a bit sweaty. Like when you're in a competition in the middle of summer, your hands get a little bit clammy, that's when the UV really sort of starts to help. So it's not as slippery as matte, and it's just really nice. Like, I really like the UV coating on GAN, apart from when we sort of try to dye the plastic on other puzzles. I don't know what GAN use, but on a MoU cube, we can sort of dye through the UV coating, and on a GAN cube, we can't, so it must be a lot more sort of hardened. I don't really know what the official word is, but cured, I guess. I don't know. They must use like a special type of UV coat. Overall, the UV coating on the GAN 15, well, the new black anyway, is absolutely amazing, and it looks lovely. Okay, onto the size now. So it's still 56 millimeters, pretty much standard. It's good for both small hands, big hands, everything in between. Not really much to talk about on the size front. Okay, this is where it gets interesting. This is when we're gonna actually do some moves. So corner cutting. Let's talk corner cutting. This thing actually handles 45 degrees really, really nicely. You can, in fact, if you look here, I can go over 45 and it still corner cuts. Like, I don't know how it's doing this. It's absolutely nuts. It's almost, it's like I could almost go to there, like, okay, and then it flicks over. But I'm going over 45 degrees and that is corner cutting quite nicely. Reverse corner cutting is still really, really good. It's sort of what you'd expect from a flagship cube these days, I think. This thing obviously does have auto aligning as well, so the need for the corner cutting isn't as great, but if you do run into it, then it's nice to know that you do have good corner cutting. Okay, so here we're going to talk about the feel of the cube, or the character. This is sort of where the personality sort of stands out. We're going to do a solve, and as we're doing the solve, it's going to slow me down a little bit, but we're going to talk about how the cube feels. I'm watching the screen rather than the actual cube to do inspection, and it's really hard. Okay, so the cube out of the box does feel really nice. It does have a sort of blocky, catchy feel. It's really hard to talk and think about what I'm doing at the same time, but oh well. I do like it though. It's got something, what am I doing here? I well confused myself then. It's got a nice sort of feel to it, but it does feel a little bit blocky, a little bit catchy, and I don't know if that's just because it's out of the box, haven't set it up, or if it's just me being a little bit, I don't know, turning a bit weird because I'm talking at the same time. It's not something I usually do, cube and talk, or at least when I'm sort of deep in thought, making sure I don't cock up anything I'm saying. But yeah, it's definitely a lot slower than the original GAN 15. I've actually got one here to hand. So this is the black internal next to, I don't need to point that out, do I? You can clearly see the black internal. Now, the GAN 15 black internal, it does feel a little bit slower compared to that of the older Maglev version. This is just uncontrollable. It's so fast. There's nothing to it. When you turn, there's like no friction or anything. And whilst, we'll get to this a little bit later, but the car grade material says something like reduced friction or less friction, but this definitely has more friction in there. Unless there's less actual friction, but the Cube feels a bit tighter because of the springs and not the Maglev. I don't know. I don't know how that works, but it feels tighter. It feels like there's more friction or something going on in there. This, there's just nothing. Like, I'm surprised I can't do like a U50 with that. Let's pop that back over there to the side. So yeah, if you prefer control over sort of raw speed, then the GAN 15 black internal it's gonna be a massive win for the black internal. With the right setup, I think a little bit of lubing, a few tension tweaks, it could be a lot smoother and just a lot more, I don't know what the word is, but a lot more people I think are gonna be using this over the original GAN 15 now. Really, really good. I definitely prefer this black internal already over the original GAN 15. It's just got more character, there's something to it. Okay, so here we're gonna talk about adjustments and settings. What can you do to this Cube? Unfortunately, you've got this stupid thing again where it just takes the center caps off for you. I don't really know why you need this, but oh well, I'm gonna do it anyway. What I'm gonna actually do is take it apart and we're gonna talk about all of the adjustment settings, everything it's got, all of the tensions, and how they work. So as you can see here, we've got the spring, not the Maglev, so that's quite cool. So this here is called a GES Pro Plus system, if you read the book. And how it works, it's got two settings. You can change the center travel and you can change the tension. So the center travel is just how much distance it's gonna move away from the core, and the tension is pretty much how tight it's connected and how much the spring's sort of working, if you will. So the center travel has 6 levels and the tension has 6 levels. With the center travel, 1 is tight and 6 is loose. And the center travel is going to be the middle part. And then the tension is going to be the outer ring. And that is sort of the elasticity. So the outer ring, the cogs at the bottom, that's flipped. So 6 is tight and 1 is loose. So just try and remember that on the middle numbers that you can see quite clearly here, 1 is tight. And then if you remember 1 is tight, on the outer ring, 6 is going to be tight. So it's quite hard to, I don't know, I guess it is quite hard to remember. This will all be on the KewbzUK website, guys. If you get confused or if you need a refresher on what cog does what, then jump onto the website, it'll all be there. But yeah, there's lots of room to sort of fine tune this Cube in terms of the center cap or whatever is going on beneath here. Oh, can I put that back on? Is that going to keep that locked in? Yeah, that is. Let's just pop the green back on. Okay, so on top of using the GES Pro, we're also using the GMS V7. That's the GAN Magnetic System V7. And that is these things, the little magnetic rods. Oh, is it gonna focus? Yeah, there we go. So beneath the, if I just grab the box, inside the box, beneath here, we have got green and blue. Now, in the book, it says yellow. So I'm assuming yellow is green in China. I don't know. But yeah, in the book, it says green is weak, white is default magnet, and then blue is strong. So if you want to take out these magnets, we got to use this. So which side is it? Is that side? Can you use either side? Yeah, you can use either side. Okay, so this fire hydrant looking thing goes on the end of the magnet. Now, don't break this. I don't want to get emails from people saying that they've broken this. We've had this so many times where people try and use their fingers, they try and pull it out. I had somebody not long ago that broke 2 of these. I'm not too sure what on earth happened, but I think their son just started to pull it and snapped the stalk off inside. Claimed it came like it, definitely didn't come like it, that doesn't happen. So what you gotta do, put the fire hydrant over like that, and you wanna give it a twist towards you or anti-clockwise. They say 60 degrees or something, and then it just pulls out. Oh, it should just pull out quite nicely. Maybe with your fingers. There we go. So you do have to be very careful. As you can see, it's quite thin. So all you gotta do is take one of those out of the sort of holder that it's in, pop it back in there, push it in very gently, and then turn it 60 degrees again, just to lock it in, but turn it clockwise, obviously. Okay, let's pop all that to the side. So yeah, just remember, blue is strong, white is default, that's what it comes with, and then green or yellow, whatever they call it, is going to be the weak magnets. You do still have, like I said earlier, you've got the center corner core magnets. So that just adds stability. And I guess the way these, I don't know if they use different magnets or if the magnets are just different sizes, but I'll tell you what, the green magnets do look a lot bigger than the blue magnets here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to double check. Okay, so I was wrong, I lied. The book actually lied because the book says blue is the strongest. So it looks to me like green, if I pop them together like this, green is a little bit longer than the blue. And then if I get the white one out, white and blue look like they're, oh, okay, yeah, I can see, do you know what? Oh my God, that is so small. I can see like not even a millimeter gap. So the white one must be like 0.5 mil bigger than the blue one. And then the green one should be like, yeah, okay, the green one's like 0.5 millimeter bigger than the white one. That is nuts. So I lied earlier, the book lied. I'm gonna have to, do you know what? I'm gonna review my reading. Hold on. I only glanced at it very quickly, so I could have read it wrong. So my apologies. Oh, ha, okay, I read it wrong. Yellow, oh, what? Okay, what on earth? Yellow weak, golden strong. Okay, so I did read it wrong, but there is no yellow and it's not gold. What? No idea. Okay, right, read that wrong. Blue is weak, green is strong, white is in the middle. That's not golden and that's not yellow. It's blue and green quite clearly. So anyway, let's rebuild it. That is all the adjustment settings you've got. You haven't got edge magnet adjustments and you haven't got the corner magnet adjustment unless you want to class changing them rods as corner magnet adjustments, which I wouldn't because some of them do have little, what they called. Oh my God, how am I doing this? Some of them do have like little cogs that allow you to actually change the magnet adjustment or like the distance the magnet goes from the core. Okay, we're back together. Now, what you don't want to do with this is drop it and all these magnets fling out and they go everywhere. So be really, really sort of slow and steady with your movements when you hold this. What way does it go in? It goes in that way. There we go. Okay, so that is the tension and adjustment systems. Overall, how does it compare to this? I think it's exactly the same as what the GAN has anyway, the original GAN 15, so not much has changed there. Let's move on to the next category. Okay, so let's go over some of the new features. What does this puzzle do that the GAN 15 it didn't do, or what's different? So this is made from car grade materials. I'm not too sure what they mean by car grade materials, but it does feel a little bit different, but whether that is the car grade material or just because it's a new cube, I have absolutely no idea. Apparently it reduces friction, it's better for the piece durability, and it's less noisy. Now, I'm not too sure how true that is because this cube is quite noisy, but compared to other cubes, I guess it is quite quiet. And whilst it doesn't have maglev, the springs do help it keep it sort of more controllable. So I guess that's a new feature of the cube. Oh my God, this is so hard to talk and cube at the same time. It's really like slowing me down. Not that I'm fast anyway. Anyway, so yeah, it's made from car grade materials, reduces friction, noise, and improves durability, apparently. And it doesn't have maglev. That is, I think, the only difference between this and the original GAN 15. Car grade materials and non-maglev. Now, how do I find it? Do I like it more? I do like it more. I like it a lot more. It does feel a little bit catchy out of the box, but I feel like it's a little bit, it's actually got something to it where the original GAN or the original GAN 15 was just sort of lacking. Let's do a scramble. Okay, let's do a solve. I'm not going to talk this time. I'm actually just going to do a normal solve, and then after I'll let you know what I think of the cube. Very good, I like it. Okay, so I'm gonna give this, I'm I mean, I like it a lot more. I would sooner go for this than this. If I had both of them sat on the shelf, I would definitely put this down if I accidentally picked it up. So yeah, that is hopefully saying something. I would definitely recommend anybody currently using the GAN 15 to maybe swap over to the GAN 15 black internal. We've got loads of these in stock at KewbzUK. Website there. I would just be a little bit quick because it's going to be popular. I can imagine once more people start using this or finding out about it, reading about it, and maybe trying their friends, they're going to want it for themselves. So yeah, be a little bit quick. We've got a few pre-orders that we have to ship out, but we do still have a lot of stock left over. Yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments if you liked this style of video. I've tried to go a little bit fast because I know most of you have got like the attention span of a teapot. So, and that's not, you know, saying anything bad about you. I do as well. I like to watch a video. I like to just watch it quick. Sometimes I even speed it up, but I'm quite lucky. I talk quite fast regardless. So I don't need to speed up my videos. I just talk fast. Yeah, that is the GAN 15, and thank you for watching.